Official subway built groundbreaking, operating in 2031 in Bali. Here's the route. And foreign national activities in Bali disturbing. Sandiaga and Luhut affirm deportation action. Stay tuned for these stories and more. Welcome to the latest news from Bali and Indonesia. This is September 7th, 2024 and the 8th, and my name is Bruce. And what is the weather like today here in Kampung Bugis? It is a little warm today, 30.5 degrees Celsius. The humidity is 67% and wind speed is a windy 18.4 kilometers per hour. And taping double videos again like I've been doing the last couple of times, and so let's get started. First story about what else? The MRT, LRT. Official subway built groundbreaking, operating in 2031 in Bali. Here's the route. Bali's dream of having a subway is apparently not just a figment of the imagination. The narrow walk ceremony or laying of the first stone was carried out and took place at the Kuta Parking Center on Wednesday, September 4th, a couple of days ago. PT Sarana Bali Dwipta Jaya, wow, that's a big one, SBDJ, together with PT Bumi Indah Prima, BIP, conducted the ceremony as a sign of the start of the Bali Urban Subway mega project. The Bali Urban Subway is an underground train that is also accompanied by a modern corridor. This ceremony is a procession of Balinese Hindus asking for grace from the Almighty God and for protection, as well as offering prayers to nature so that the construction of the Bali Urban Subway project runs smoothly. Okay, that must have been a fun ceremony. I would have liked to have seen that. This ceremony is then accompanied by cleaning the yard, then measuring the land. The first stone laying ceremony was performed by the acting governor. The Bali Urban Subway project was realized through the initiative of the Bali provincial government, which was then followed up by PTSBDJ in collaboration with PTBIP to build mass public transportation facilities based on trains on the island of Bali. In its implementation, SBDJ has appointed PT Indotech as the main contractor along with China Railway Construction Corporation, CRCC, who will work together with the local contractor, PT Sinar Bali Bina Karya Sinar Bali. Everybody's got initials and things. The president of SBDJ explained the selection of contractors for the subway project. He said, "We see that Indotech has the technical capability to work on a project of this size. Meanwhile, we chose CRCC because it has a reputation as a global rail transportation contractor with experience building 200,000 kilometers and more in 100 countries." Meanwhile, PT Sinar Bali Bina Karya said Ari is a local Balinese contractor providing the best ready mix and precast in Bali since 1995. The selection of PT Sinar Bali as a local contractor is also a realization of the commitment of SBDJ and BIP to empower and develop native Balinese human resources. The Bali Urban Subway will be built in 4 phases. Phase 1, from the airport to Kuta Central Parking, Seminyak, Barawa, and Cemagi. That's 16 kilometers. Phase 2, from the airport to Jimbaran to Unud. Unud is the university, to Nusa Dua. Phase 3, Kuta Central Parking to Sesatan, Renon, and Sanur. And this is still in the feasibility study level. And Phase 4, Renon, Sukawati, and then Ubud, still under study. Pak Ari said the construction of the Nurai Airport phase to the Kuta Central Parking, and the entire phase of 2 should be completed by the second quarter of 2028, but it won't be fully operational until 2031. That's another 7 years. Phase 1 is expected to be slower due to the hard, rocky underground conditions. Meanwhile, in Phase 2, the soil condition is limestone or alluvial, so the drilling process will be faster and easier. The total investment value for the first 2 phases, $10.8 billion US, and for all 4 phases, expected to be $20 billion, as I've said in some other segments, different videos. Additionally, in order to maintain the momentum of the Balinese people's high hopes for a solution to the severe and already above tolerable traffic jams, his party will bring in 10 tunnel boring machines for this project, which is fully funded by PTBIP as an investor partner. According to Pak Ari, this project emphasizes the concept of sustainable development that is in line with the values of Balinese society, namely maintaining a balanced relationship with the Creator, fellow human beings, and nature. In realizing this commitment, Bali Urban Subway will use underground infrastructure construction that is considered most appropriate to the geographical and cultural conditions of Bali, as well as maintaining the natural beauty of the environment. Sounds like an ad. Meanwhile, the managing director of SBDJ said the public need not worry about potential disruptions to groundwater wells due to the implementation of the project, especially in the underground spaces. He said, "We'll work together with the regional drinking water company, PDAM, to increase the capacity of the drinking water supply system to homes around the project and the development route, and we will expand the primary and secondary pipe network simultaneously with the construction of the tunnel. This step will ensure that people will continue to have access to clean water, help prevent groundwater levels from dropping, and pollution. This effort will also help prevent potential leaks." We are very grateful to all parties who have given their full support, especially the Bali provincial government, Badung regional government, and to the traditional elders who continue to accompany and guide us in realizing this project. Bali Urban Subway is expected to not only provide transportation solutions, but also improve the quality of life and welfare of the Balinese people, as well as become a valuable legacy for future generations. This project is a manifestation of our commitment to building a better, more modern, and more sustainable Bali. Okay, next main story. Foreign national activities in Bali disturbing. Sandiaga and Luhut affirm deportation action. Now, I talked about some of this in the last couple of videos. This is a little different here. Pak Sandiaga and Pak Luhut talking a lot. Well, they've been in Bali recently, and I guess Bali just encourages people to talk a lot. The activities of foreign nationals in Bali who are taking over the livelihoods of local residents are increasingly disturbing. Not only have they penetrated the micro, small, and medium enterprises, known as MSMEs, but now they are also taking over jobs in the world of education. Some WNA, foreigners, have even set up schools under the guise of development education centers and use villas as teaching and learning facilities for early childhood education, playgroups, and kindergartens. One of the cases that emerged was 3 foreign nationals who were teachers at Pau Luminarius who used the villa as a place for teaching and learning. Nurai Immigration continues to monitor this case, and this has been in the news for the last couple of weeks. It seems these guys did not cross their T's and dot their I's. Currently, the 3 foreign nationals are still under intensive examination. Probably next week, if the examination is complete, we will make a press release, according to public relations spokesperson from Nurai Immigration. The Minister of Tourism and Creative Economy, Pak Sandiaga Uno, also highlighted the many activities of foreign nationals in Bali that are disturbing the community. We're such pests. He received reports that a number of tourists have violated the rules and worked illegally in Bali. We've known this going on a long time. He requested that foreign nationals who violate the rules be dealt with firmly and deported. There must be firm action and then deportation. We agree if they break the law, they must be prosecuted according to the rules. Work or activity permits must be in accordance with the visit visa. We must not give a permissive signal. The punishment must be straightforward and clear. Furthermore, Sandiaga emphasized that this firm action is an effort to maintain Bali's dignity as a tourism destination. He said, "With firm action, we send a message to the world that Bali is a dignified tourism." Apparently he has not seen any videos on TikTok of Canggu with drunks laying in the street. Deportation and prevention of reentry are also important, especially for high-risk foreign nationals who take local jobs. The Coordinating Minister for Maritime Affairs and Investment, Pak Luhut, also highlighted this issue. Luhut was furious with the activities, he's been furious a lot lately, of foreign nationals who took away local jobs, including opening illegal business and creating nightclubs that violate the rules. He emphasized that problematic tourists in Bali were increasing. He said many tourists bring problems from the environment to culture. There are around 200,000 foreign tourists in Bali, and most of them cause problems for the local community. Wow, and that's a correct translation. I don't know. I did not see his speech. I don't know if he actually said that, but it's a correct translation from the article. Wow, let's bring in the tourists and then let's blame them for everything, okay? There is no central planning here about what they want to do with tourists and how many are going to come in. God, I hope they figure this out. They've had plenty of time to do it. It would have been a good time to figure it out during the pandemic, but Luhut stressed that the government will not tolerate foreigners replacing local jobs. We don't want Balinese jobs to be replaced by foreign tourists. We must create prosperity for the Balinese people. I'm all in agreement with that. Luhut also emphasized that deportation will be a punishment for foreign tourists who break the law in Bali, especially those involved in criminal acts. Many drug gangs and gangsters have been deported and blacklisted from returning to Indonesia, Luhut concluded. With a firm stance from the government, it's hoped that the problem of foreign nationals who are detrimental to the local Balinese community can be dealt with immediately and provide certainty for Balinese people in maintaining their livelihoods. This doesn't seem like rocket science, but who knows? And here's one. Didn't happen here in Bali, happened in Jakarta, but this is a warning for those of you who want to overstep what you're allowed to do. Do not get involved in political activities here. 2 British citizens deported for giving speeches during Ojol demonstration. The Class 1 non-TPI immigration office in central Jakarta deported 2 British citizens who were caught giving speeches in an online motorcycle taxi demonstration around the horse statue Monas in central Jakarta on Thursday. The 2 foreigners were considered to have violated immigration regulations because they were involved in the action. We're not allowed to get involved in politics here. The demonstration area is a prohibited area for foreigners, according to the Director General of Immigration. He said the 2 British citizens entered Indonesia on holiday visas, but were involved in activities that were not in accordance with their permits. This is clearly a violation of immigration regulations, he said. The head of Central Jakarta Immigration Office immediately ordered his team to secure the 2 after they were observed giving speeches in the midst of the online motorcycle taxi drivers' action. After being examined, both were found to have violated Article 75 of Law No. 6 of 2011 concerning immigration, which resulted in the decision to deport and ban them. They were detained, however, for 6 days before finally being returned to England via Soekarno-Hatta Airport at their own expense. The performance of the Central Jakarta Immigration Office was praised for being fast and responsive in handling this case. And the head of immigration appealed to foreign citizens in Indonesia to comply with applicable regulations and respect local customs. To maintain order and the dignity of the Indonesian government, we will continue to carry out strict supervision of foreign nationals, both in urban areas and on the borders, he said. Stay out of politics, stay out of demos. If you see a demo, leave. You don't want to be picked as someone who is involved in it, even if you're just innocently standing by and maybe get mistaken by immigration or somebody else as being part of the demonstration. Okay, and there was an earthquake today apparently, and well, social media was filled with news about it. I didn't feel anything about it here. It was this morning. Bali rocked by 4.9 magnitude earthquake. Hotel guests scatter. 1 Gianyar tourism office building slightly damaged. No casualties. Good. The earthquake was quite strong. It was 4.9. It wasn't that strong, causing people and hotel guests to run out, like one of the hotels on Jalan Gatsu Barat in Denpasar. Based on data from BMKG, the epicenter was 2 kilometers northeast of Gianyar at a depth of 10 kilometers and the magnitude of 4.9. The head of the Bali Provincial Disaster Management Agency, BPBD, confirmed that the earthquake did not have a potential to cause a tsunami. He further explained that a rapid assessment and initial assessment are currently being carried out by collecting data and information from all the BPBDs in the Regency and cities of Bali. The impact of the earthquake resulted in no fatalities, but 1 building was slightly damaged, as I said. The earthquake was felt in all regencies and cities. By considering the location of the epicenter and the depth of the hypocenter, the earthquake that occurred was a type of shallow earthquake due to active fault activity on land. Based on the results of the analysis of source mechanism, it shows that the earthquake has a downward movement mechanism. Okay, that is it for today. Deportations are continuing to be carried out. A Japanese tourist was deported from up here in Singaraja for, I guess, overstaying his visa. A Russian woman was deported, I guess, yesterday for prostitution. And there were more people who were busted for overstaying their visa, and the government is looking into people that are working here illegally. You better watch yourself because the government is looking for you. Okay, thanks for viewing. Be kind to someone today. Stay safe, and I will see you next time. Well, actually, I'll see you tomorrow.